Hello everyone, Parallel here. Welcome back to Star Trek Online. We got a new featured episode today called Beyond the Nexus. This episode is going to be featuring Geordi LaForge with the voice talent of LeVar Burton, which I think is going to be fantastic. I am a huge TNG fan, so I'm very much looking forward to this featured episode. And based on the title, I'm sure it's referring to the Nexus, which, if you will recall, is from the first of the TNG movies, Star Trek Generations. Not exactly the best of the TNG movies for sure, but I mean, it was an okay movie in its own right. But I'm very curious to see what's going to be happening in this episode. I don't know if this is going to be continuing the Lucari storyline that's been going on with the Zinkethi and the Protomatter, or if this is going to be sort of its own standalone, sort of separate story, kind of like Survivor. So I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go. But anything that has a TNG throwback is all good in my book. I love the original TNG series. It is my favorite of all the Star Trek series. All right, so let's jump in here and check this out. Just real quick here, I'm going to start out by doing an actual playthrough of the episode. It will be on Elite difficulty for anyone who's curious, so the enemies will be a little bit buffed up. And at the end of the video, I'm going to take a look at the rewards that you can get, because I'm actually curious to see, in particular, what the set bonuses are. It wasn't very clear from the blog post what they are. You know, as once you claim one of the rewards, you can then get the detailed info on it and see what the set bonuses are. So I'll be doing that at the end of the video. Just real quick, if anyone is curious to see my character here, before we jump into the Let's Play, it's going to be, this is sort of my strictly Starfleet alt character. So this character always uses, you know, all Starfleet-based weapons or Starfleet-based ships, all phaser-based energy weapons for damage. So I'm going to be using the TR-116B, and then my ship is going to be the Fleet Battlecruiser Tier 6, so basically the Tier 6 Avenger. And I'm going to be using all phaser build. I did throw on the Prolonged Engagement phaser on here, which was from the Kobayashi Maru weekend event, which actually works pretty well, so I will be using that. But this is the build I'll be using. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in here. Whoops. And let's check this out. All right, featured episode. Here we go, Beyond the Nexus. So it's running from September 12th through October 3rd. So just under a month you're going to have to complete this. And of course, the new rewards will unlock each week as you go through. Let's go ahead and hail. Quinn, let's see, where is it? Here we go.
We recently received a distress signal from the USS Forrestal, a ship we thought was lost in the Nexus back in 2332. We sent the USS Madison out to investigate, but they haven't checked in for some time. Considering the Nexus is involved, they could be in trouble. The Madison's last known position was in the Rotanev system. Meet with the USS Challenger there to investigate the situation. Her captain has some experience with the Nexus.
Interesting. So got to meet with the Challenger. And the Forrestal, a ship we thought was lost. Was that the ship that they tried to save at the beginning of the movie? Man, I don't remember Generations very well. But I remember at the beginning of the movie, there was a ship in distress, and the, you know, the Enterprise, was it the Enterprise B? Had to go try to save them, and then ended up going through that whole deal with encountering that energy ribbon, which is how you get into the Nexus. But it's apparently very damaging to ships. So, yeah, we'll have to investigate this and find out. Let's go ahead and accept.
I need you to find out what happened.
All right, let's go ahead and accept. We're going to transwarp there in a second, but just wanted to see just a quick rundown. I'm not going to go through the rewards in detail, but there is going to be a space set, or not, I guess not a space set, but sort of a console/weapon set, and then also a ground weapon that you'll be able to pick from. So you get a high-density beam rifle from 24th Century. I'm actually pretty excited about this weapon as well, because that's pretty cool to have a true TNG-era ground weapon. That'll be nice. I'm curious to see what the model looks like there. And then the first week we're going to get the console, then you're going to get a torpedo, and then the final week is also very exciting because you're going to get a phaser omnidirectional beam. And this would be finally a omnidirectional phaser type weapon that you'll be able to use alongside with the crafted. So finally you'll be able to have, like on a 5-3 build, you'll be able to have the 2 phaser weapons and an omnidirectional, you know, the cutting beam in the rear. So that'd be a pretty awesome build then for phaser users out there, and then also a phaser turret, so it seems pretty cool. So very nice looking set on the offset. So let's, at the end, we'll take a look at the stats in detail and look at the bonuses. All right, but here we go. Let's transwarp. Let's see what's going on with the Nexus. I'm very hyped. I'm curious to see where this transwarp takes you. One thing I always mention when I do a featured episode is that a good thing to keep in mind is that that transwarp button there for the featured episode is free and it's no cooldown. So during this time, for this month while the event is going on, you have basically a free transwarp to, where did it put us here? Oh, it put us way up in the Alpha Quadrant. So you're up here. Rodnev system. So you're way up here, even above Breen. Okay, so yeah, you're a bit out of the way. You're up here even near Zenkethi, the battle zone. So maybe not the most handy of transwarps, but if you need to go to the Alpha Quadrant, it's there. All right, let's go. Beyond the Nexus.
Good to see you again. Looks like the 2 missing ships are here, although they're both in a disabled state. Neither of them have responded to our hails.
Are these like the... I wonder what ships these are. Well, we'll go take a look in a second. But I remember there was a couple like passenger ships in the movie. They were like... what were they? Guinan's race? I'm forgetting what their race was called. Illyrian or something like that? I don't remember what the name of the race is, but... yeah, they were on those 2 ships. They were passengers, and that's where they found Soren, and got a whole plot for the movie got kicked off there. So, all right, so they're not responding. Let's go check this out. It looks like Geordi has his full implants here.
That's entirely possible. Even minimal exposure to the Nexus can be pretty disruptive to ship systems. I think we should take a closer look. Things could be worse than our initial scans have indicated.
So is that the Nexus ribbon, this cloud here? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh, there's the Challenger, awesome. Let's go take a look at that. Cool, but yeah, I was just saying that he has his, looks like he's got his implants instead of the visor. That's cool. In the future, I guess the implants became good enough, you know, in all the movies and stuff he had them, so. All right, let's go over here and take a look at the Challenger. That's looking pretty nice. Good old Galaxy class there. That's really good looking. That really, I mean, ever since they redid the Galaxy class model, it is pretty sleek looking. That is very true to the, yeah, very true to the original TNG episodes. Looks great. All right, let's go check this out. Let's go ahead and put this on. Let's check out what these ships are. Okay, so the Madison is in there. I'm gonna zoom I'm gonna fly a little bit closer here, and there's the Forrestal. Okay, so the Forrestal is just another Starfleet vessel, looks like. Is it like an older? Is it an Excelsior? What is it? I can't quite make it out yet. Or like an older Enterprise. Yeah, it's like the Enterprise C? Okay, it looks like the, we got a lot of Galaxy classes floating around here. The Madison is another Galaxy class. All right. All right, here we go. Let's answer this hail.
Apologies. This ship's taken some damage here.
Oh, occasion.
Short-range comms are barely working, and we're experiencing widespread systems failure on all decks. Our Nexus defense screen's overloaded, and we were exposed to a full blast. We're lucky to be here. We could use your help.
Captain Kithke, okay. Sure, we'll give you some help. Okay, and the Challenger is hailing us.
Something's not right here. I worked on the Nexus Defense Screens project, and a catastrophic failure like that seems unlikely. In an overload situation like she described, the ship wouldn't be disabled. it'd be destroyed.
Uh-oh, some strickies going on. Jordy's onto him. Okay, let's do a short-range scan. It's okay, so I'm picking up some Nexus radiation and signs of minor combat damage on both ships. Combat damage? They didn't mention that. But nothing close to what the Captain... Okay, to what the Captain Madison was claiming. Admiral, the Madison has raised shields. They're powering up weapons. Uh-oh. What the heck? They're trying to pull a Wrath of Khan on us here. They lure us in. And then they activate their shields. And then it's too late. Oh, what the heck? Oh, Jordy's onto him.
Whatever they fired just disrupted most of our systems. We're sitting ducks over here.
Okay, maybe Jordy's not onto him. He just got totally caught flat-footed. Oh, great. So now I'm confused. They did change my IFF there, so I was not able to target them. Let's go ahead and use Focus Fury on this guy. Such a shame to be destroying a galaxy ship. Whoops. Didn't mean to cancel that. My heal went over to him because he turned blue.
We're still trying to figure out what they hit us with over here. Whatever it was, it knocked most of our systems out. We're running on emergency power. I think we'd better get over there and find out what's going on while we still have a functioning ship between us. Meet me at these coordinates on Deck 10.
Ooh, Deck 10. Let's check out 10 forward on a Galaxy class. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so, but yeah, what did they hit it with? It was like a deflector beam type weapon. It looked almost like that counter Borg weapon that they tried to use in back in Best of Both Worlds episode. One of the best episodes of all time, in my opinion, out of all Star Trek across all series. Man, that was just such an awesome episode. Alright, so let's beam over. Get some ground combat going. Oh, we only get one bridge officer. Okay, looks like that's good. I'll take my science officer, keep me healed.
Looks like someone activated the security system on this deck. Fortunately, I know a thing or two about that system. The console here is offline, but there should be a functional one nearby in a holodeck. From there, we can access the system and shut the fields down.
Yeah, I guess Geordi pretty much knows the Galaxy class better than like anyone in existence. He's probably crawled through like every Jeffries tube in the entire ship like 10 times over. Alright, sounds like a plan, Geordi. Let's do it. And let's check out this transporter pad. This is looking awesome. Oh man, I'm so excited if we can actually see like a true Galaxy class bridge. This is where like O'Brien used to hang out in the corner and switch out all the isolinear chips in that cabinet. This is so awesome. Let's go ahead and get our gambling device going just in case... Oh, I lost. Well, we're doing it here. But yeah, Geordi's looking good. They did a good job on the model. Uniform looks good. But yeah, this is where Chief O'Brien would stand for like all those episodes. Oh, this is awesome. We got the force field going. Man, this interior's looking really nice.
This holodeck's damaged. Let's try the next one.
This is a holodeck, huh? Okay, let's try this again. Come on, let me win. No. Luck is definitely not on my side. That might not be a good sign with 2 fails in a row. Check this out, man. They did an awesome job. Even the door is like perfect, like from this show. The holodeck doors. So awesome.
All right, let's get to work. With luck, we should be able to bypass the system and drop those... Wait.
Something wrong?
Someone's loading up a holodeck program in here, and I've got a feeling it's not for R&R.
Oh, and here's the arch. Yes. Maybe I should leave while I still can. Come on, let me use this. 3 fails in a row. This is not my day. Alright, fine. We'll just do it without that.
Someone's loading up a holodeck program in here, and I've got a feeling it's not for R&R.
Alright, here we go. Ready weapons.
Activating Program Barclay, 42 Epsilon. Safety protocols are disengaged.
Ooh, someone's trying to kill us. Turn off the safety protocols.
They're everywhere.
I have tactical drones here. Actually, I guess that's pretty good that I ended up using this alt. I don't actually play this alt too much anymore. This is my Delta recruit, but
Program's locked. We'll have to survive the battle to leave.
take that drone. But yeah, this this character did just use the TR-116, which is fantastic for the Borg because it auto-adapts, so it's actually pretty good.
Wave. Unless they change the program.
Unless they change the program. What was this, some training program that they used to use? Do these Borg look a little bit different too? I can't tell if they're a little different or not.
You. If there's anything I can do to repay you, anything at all.
What the heck? Was this like supposed to be some romance program? Computer, pause the program.
That's definitely a Reg Barclay program. Let's get back to business. We better bypass security before they send more sparring partners to deal with.
Oh, that's such a Barclay program. That's so great. Nice little reference there. You like rescue the characters and they all like become your lover. That's fantastic. Yeah, let's use the Holodeck Arch console. Good idea. I always remember the Arch from those episodes with Data and Moriarty, that Holodeck character that he created, Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes. Those were some fantastic episodes also. Man, TNG had so many good episodes. So Jordy's on that one. I guess I will use this one. Let's also try to use this again. Please be nice to me. Aha, I won, finally. What the? Oh, it's like the Dilithium game with a different background. I was a little bit confused at first. I'm like, what the heck is this? Okay.
Okay, that did it. Security systems are down on this deck, and they won't be putting us into another holodeck scenario anytime soon.
Cool. Excellent.
This is Commander Tabai. Please respond. I repeat, if you can hear this, come to 10 forward at once. There's...
We're barely reading you. Commander Tabai, is that she wearing a Mako uniform? Can't tell.
Our defenses just dropped. We require yours. They are closing on us. Hurry. It won't be long before they attack.
Who is attacking?
Someone's jamming that signal. We'd better get to 10 forward.
Yes, I agree. 10 forward at once. Yeah, that just makes me think now, if we're going to 10 forward, makes me think they need to get Whoopi Goldberg back to do a Guinan. That would be pretty awesome. Is this... how do you get into 10 forward? Is it on the side? It is on the side, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any combat going on here. What the heck? But yeah, here you go. Here is the bar. Here's Guinan's bar. Bartender Tam. Don't know. But yeah, 10 forward. Check this out, everyone. This is awesome. Nice view of like the Nexus ribbon. Oh, check this. It's a turned over three-dimensional chess. Haha, that's awesome. There, like in every episode when they went into 10 forward, there would always be someone playing like chess in the background. Like it would always be there. There would always be an extra. You got your replicators here. Yeah, this is actually really good. I like it. You know what they need though? They need to put some like Saurian brandy or something, or Aldabran whiskey back here behind the counter, because Guinan always had her special stash behind the counter, right? Oh, you know, the non-synthahol. All right, so let's talk to Commander Tafai.
Thank you for coming. The Madison has been taken over by hostile forces, and we are in dire need of assistance.
So yeah, what happened here?
We responded to a distress call from USS Forrestal, long thought lost to the Nexus. As we closed to assist, the Madison was struck by a potent beam of psionic energy. It disabled the ship and left us vulnerable to attack.
Psionic
Mind-controlled
energy.
members of the Forrestal's crew then beamed over and took control of this vessel. We few are all that remain free.
Mind control. I wonder who it could be. But she's a Vulcan, looks like, so maybe she has some idea. So we'll have to find out who this is. But I wonder if it's like someone came out of the Nexus or something, some entity. Because I know that if you rip someone out of the Nexus, it's kind of bad. Okay, so who or what is behind this?
An alien of tremendous psionic ability, formerly trapped within the Nexus.
Aha.
We believe it lured the Forrestal there in an escape attempt, which failed. Somehow, it was able to break free when the Nexus recently returned. Though powerful, there are limits to the alien's ability. The combat with your ship has weakened it considerably. Now is the time to strike. The controlled crew are bound to attack again soon.
Yeah, okay, so they're being controlled, so it's just gonna be Starfleet officers. Alright, set weapons
Picking
to
up transporter
stun.
signals, multiple contacts. We've got incoming.
Enemy contacts inbound.
Wasn't
Looks
too
like-
bad. Whoops.
I have a feeling these attacks will intensify as the alien gains strength. If we're going to do something to save this ship, we'll need to do it fast. Let's get down to main engineering. I think we can get a better grip on the security.
Whoops. Didn't mean to do that either. Let's talk to Jordy again real
I
quick.
have a
though.
feeling these attacks will intensify as the alien gains strength. If we're going to do something to save this ship, we'll need to do it fast. Let's get down to main engineering. I think we can get a better grip on the security system there and use it to incapacitate both the hostile crew and the alien.
Yeah, agreed. How about some anesthetizing gas? That always works. But yeah, main engineering. Alright, let's go.
Take these psionic inhibitors with you. We hope to use them on some of our dominated crewmates prior to your arrival. But I suspect they will serve you better at this time. They should protect you if the alien attempts to take control of your minds.
Sounds handy. Psionic inhibitors, huh? Alright. Well, I guess we didn't kill them. Although this guy is apparently phased inside of the wall. But they're using, check this out, they're using the old Wrath of Khan uniforms. So yeah, they're definitely from that earlier era. I know time is pretty crazy once you get talking about the Nexus. If you go into the Nexus, like, time doesn't exist or whatever. It's kind of a strange place. I see red dots. Maybe that's just these guys, though. Yeah, I think so. Alright, main engineering, let's go. This should be awesome. Oh, it'd be so cool if they have, like, a true, you know, like a warp core and everything set up. Here we go, it's like the good old turbo lifts. Man, this looks so good. Whoa, controlled crew. Hello there.
They're beaming in reinforcements.
Indeed they are. Whoa. I'm gonna pull up my security crew here because things are getting a little bit hairy. Those science officers can be pretty deadly.
Heads up! More hostiles incoming!
Whoa! Yeah, we're fighting around Jordy's old table that they always used to stand around. Him and Data would always be on this around this table here in main engineering. Hey, don't raise him. It looked like she was trying to raise one of the enemies.
We've got a couple of problems here. Main power's offline, and there's a lot of Nexus radiation getting past the screens. I'll handle the power situation while you deal with the radiation. Once that's done, we can bring the security systems back online.
Sounds good. But yeah, here we go. Here is main engineering. Yep, there always used to be this wall panel with the infographic of the ship. This is awesome. Check this out, everybody. Finally, the Galaxy class interior. Oh, can you use this little... I remember these little lift would take you up there. I don't remember what the point of that was. But yep, you pull this out, you got your dilithium crystals. You got the energy plasma going out to the two nacelles. This is awesome. This is so perfect. I remember this, they're always over here too, like Jordy would be at this panel or something would be going on. Yeah, and that corner was like always off camera. They'd always just like disappear if they needed to. Man, this is so awesome. I just can't help looking at it. But yeah, this panel in the middle, they'd always be using this. Sometimes Wesley would be in there. All right, so let's go over here. Let's recalibrate. Oh, another mini game.
Nice work. Radiation levels are back in the safe zone, and I've managed to prime the warp core. Give me a hand with it, and we can restore main power.
Alright, let's restore main power. Cool. But yeah, I always remember this, the safety door would always close here, and then Jordy would be like always waiting till the last second to run out, and then he'd like roll through it before it closed. He did that like all the time. Alright, so let's go restore warp power here.
That did it. Main power's back online, and warp core is stable. I've activated most of the security systems, but it looks like the bridge is still under enemy control. It's a good bet that's where the alien is.
Alright, so let's go retake the bridge. But yeah, we got the warp field. Man, these panels look so good. It's using the old LCARS interface. This is awesome. Kudos to Cryptic, man. Your environmental artists have just been knocking it out of the park lately with almost every map. And this one's no exception. Alright, so let's check out the bridge. Alright, this is gonna be the Galaxy Bridge. Let's check this out.
This ship and all upon it belong to Cosmo.
Starfleet disagrees with you on that.
Kaj Burr, who's this guy?
Mean nothing. Kill them. Kill them now.
What the heck? Kaj Burr? Never heard of this thing. Let's take out the little guys first, and let's get this out. Let's do this. Let's buff up to the max. Let's even get out our temporal duplicates here. Alright, Kajbur. He's floating around like a Davidian, some psychic energy guy. He's definitely got a lot of hit points, I'll give him that. Ow. Got some kind of aura going on here too. Yeah, take a gravity well, there you go. Graviton spike, I mean.
I'm reading the alien on sensors. It's back on the forestall. This isn't over yet.
Okay, so apparently the alien is back on the forestall, so... Well, at least we got this ship back, right? So the Madison is ours. Recommendations?
The Challenger might be able to fight, but most of this ship's crew is unconscious. Beam back to your ship and deal with the forestall. I'll do what I can here to get the shields up and keep the Madison in one piece.
Sounds good. Not now, man. Oh man, no way am I going right now. I'm gonna check out this bridge. Aha, here's the ready room. Oh, Accolade, here we go. Ready for anything. Hey, where's his, oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, the aquarium. There's his fish. Although, that looks like a angler fish or something. That looks weird. I don't think Picard's fish looked like that. Was there really a bed over here? Is that what was over here? I did not know that. But yeah, there's a window that Picard would always stare out thoughtfully into space. Yep. But otherwise, this looks pretty accurate. Got an old model of the Reliant here. Anything else going on the bridge? Oh, yeah, sweet. The observation room. They had lots of bridge officer meetings here. Yeah, and they use this panel all the time. Like when they'd be sitting at the table, they'd be doing like the presentations of the mission briefings or whatever up there. But yeah, this looks good too. Man, this is awesome. Yeah, and you can see out the aft of the ship there. Very cool. Can you sit in the chairs? Ah, you can sit in the chairs. Woo! Man, this is so cool. What a great job reproducing this, the interior here. Yeah, but up here you got, you know, your tactical station. Worf would be up here. You've got all your science stations that always explode and kill one of the red shirts. And then you got your ops and helm, I guess was. Yeah, helm is on the right, I believe, and ops was on the left. That's where data usually would be. But yep, good old Elcar's design. This is fantastic. Such a nice job. This is such a cool looking bridge. And how can you not? Oh no, not Troy's chair. So Troy would always sit there. Let's sit in the captain chair. Got to do it. No accolade, but there you go. Sit in the captain's chair. Come over here and sit in Riker's chair. No, not this one. This one. There we go. So we got Riker's chair. Riker always had this little panel over here he would use. This is awesome or what, guys? Sorry, I'm kind of geeking out, but this is so friggin' cool. All right, so here we go.
I'm reading the alien on sensors. It's back on the force.
Recommendations. All right, let's do it. Beam over. And say goodbye to the Galaxy Bridge. That was very, very sexy. Awesome job, Cryptic. Alright, so, Admiral, we've been hailed by the Forestall. I think it is the alien. Alright, put him on screen, Mr. Potato Head.
Shall the battle continue? Shall you strike me anew again and again until nothing remains?
Yeah, I don't think so. Stand down and the fight's over.
Once I was imprisoned within the Nexus, cast away for defying the
I think you're misunderstanding here, dude. And since when is the Nexus a prison? I thought like the Nexus was like utopia. It's like you go there and all your dreams and wishes would come true. And like nobody ever wanted to leave. Like if you left, like Soren did, like all you wanted to do was get back. It was like addictive. Okay, so release the ship and her crew.
No, I need this ship and everyone on it. They give me what I need to return home and avenge my imprisonment. I will not give them up.
Unfortunate. Tactical fire to disable. Okay, looks like the fight's gonna start. Although that's a little bit disappointing. I would have liked an option to try to talk them out of this. That would be a very TNG thing to do. Solve it diplomatically rather than resorting to firepower.
The Challenger stands ready to assist you.
But then again, this is a video game, so let's get to the shooting here, shall we? Here, have some point defense lasers. Why is it shooting? Was it shooting at the Madison, or was I just seeing things? But yeah, definitely glad I took the Avenger. It's definitely one of the more canon-looking ships out there. Fits in with these other ships. Alright, so... took down the Forrestal. The Challenger's like disabled, the Madison's still disabled, so... yeah, like everybody's ship is taken out, except for ours. Alright, so let's answer the hail.
It seems I am at your mercy. Will you strike the killing blow now, as is your right?
Is our right? What is this, some kind of warrior race where you can take like a right of vengeance or something? No, you'll be taken into custody alive.
If that is to be my fate, I yield. The ship and crew are yours. It is an unexpected mercy, one I would not extend to a vanquished foe on the battlefield. Much has changed since my banishment to the Nexus.
So is this one guy controlling everyone? I thought it'd be like a race or something, but maybe it's just this one guy. Kaj Burr. Okay. Alright, you made the right choice. How exactly would we imprison like a being of psychic energy? Can't really just put them in the brig. Alright, Admiral, we're being hailed by the Madison.
Nicely done. I was able to get a call into Starfleet, and we should have backup here soon. In the meantime, I'll keep working with the crews of the disabled ships. We'll have them up and running again in no time.
Alright, glad to hear it.
You saved a lot of lives here today. You showed mercy to someone who wasn't inclined to return the favor. That goes a long way, my book.
Thank you, Captain Geordi.
You're welcome. Once we're done here, we'll go back to working with the Lucari on a big project. I've enjoyed seeing their protomatter technology firsthand.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, we won't run into any Zenkethi trouble while we're out there. I'd rather not see their protomatter weapon in action if I can avoid it.
So a little bit of a mention of Lucari and the Zenkethi here. Maybe a little hint for a future episode coming up, maybe? Hopefully I'd love to see Geordi come back and be brought into the Lucari storyline. That'd be cool. Alright, likewise. Safe travels, Captain. Well, that's it. So that's kind of a little short episode, I guess. All decks reported in, Admiral. We are ready to depart. Yeah, so yeah, a little bit of a short episode there. I want to take a look at the Forrestal. Is this like an ambassador? Kind of looks like it, maybe. It's got the square. A more square shape to it with the circular deflector. Pretty cool though. Nice fun little episode. Good to see Geordi again. Really, really good to see the interior of the Galaxy class. I think that's basically what this episode was, to kind of show off the new Galaxy interior, which was pretty fantastic looking, I have to say. It did look quite amazing. Definitely some nice little throwbacks there with the holodeck showing 10 forward, the bridge, main engineering. That is some awesome stuff. Yeah, definitely a lot of people hanging out here too. Probably everyone's doing the featured episode. But yeah, that was awesome. Nice little episode. Kind of met a new entity. Didn't actually go into the Nexus. I was curious if we were actually going to go into the Nexus, but no, it was just around the outside, just seeing the energy ribbon floating through space. So I guess I'm not too surprised at that. It'd probably be pretty hard to recreate the Nexus, the inside of it anyway, and then you take the whole issue of, you know, how do you get back out, and you know, how much time passes and all of that stuff. So, but yeah, still really good to see Geordi. That was awesome, and that'll be a little hint there with at the end with bringing. Hopefully, Geordi will join in with the Lucari storyline, and we'll see him again in some of the future, featured episodes. So yeah, it's kind of weird to see Geordi as a captain, though. He's always kind of struck me as, you know, like Scotty. Scotty was always like, yeah, I captained some ships, but my heart was always as the chief engineer. That was always my favorite job, and I always kind of pictured as Geordi as being that same kind of way. You know, not really being the best captain, but always being like a chief engineer at heart. But yeah, I guess he's a captain now, so that's cool. All right, so beyond the Nexus, let's go ahead and hail.
Interesting report. This alien was trapped for eons in the Nexus and wanted to leave? As I understand it, the Nexus is a paradise.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Apparently there's at least one life form out there who disagrees. Fortunately, you saved a lot of lives, and 3 Starfleet vessels. Captain LaForge tells me they'll spend some time in space dock, but they'll be ready for duty again soon. And we can use all the ships we can get on the frontier these days. Well done.
Nice, okay. Yeah, so with some new alien life form, it makes me wonder if it's just a one-off thing. Usually if Cryptic introduces something new, it makes me think it will be worked in to the storyline somehow, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a one-off random life form that's now in Starfleet custody. So, all right, so yeah, so anyway, I think that was a fun little short episode. Nothing too crazy, but just very enjoyable. Really good throwback to TNG. Even had that little reference to Barclay, which I thought was fantastic. But yeah, if you're a TNG lover, this was a really great episode. Just more of a kind of a story-based episode. Not a whole lot of combat, but a little bit of combat in there just to kind of spice it up. But very thoroughly enjoyable. I liked it a lot. All right. So let's take a look at the rewards. So yep, we get to choose from... We can only choose one, which is kind of a dilemma, because I actually really want to take a look at this high-density beam rifle, the visuals. But I want to choose this one because I wanted to see what the set bonuses are. So dilemma. I mean, I'll rerun this episode, obviously, and check everything out. But just for the purposes of this video, I want to check out the set bonuses because I haven't seen the details on this yet. So we're going to choose this. So we'll take a look at this console here. And then the future rewards we got coming is the Trilithium Cobalt Torpedo. Take a look at that in a second too. And then we get the omnidirectional the turret. Alright, so let's just start here. Let's collect the reward. Actually, if I collect the reward, this is going to go away and I won't be able to see what these are anymore. So I'm just going to do it right now. So let's take a look at the ones that we're not going to get. So we got the Trilithium Tricobalt. That is a lot of tri in one title. Trilithium Tricobalt Torpedo. It's a destructible projectile. Okay, so it's like a plasma torpedo. High AoE damage and disable. So we got the Trilithium Tricobalt device with a 1K radius explosion. So it's kinetic base damage and some radiation damage in there as well. Okay. Disable for 2 seconds. That's something. And some repel. And then it's got some crit severity in there built in. Okay. Just didn't really have any mods on it. But it looks like it does have that 60% crit severity. So that's pretty cool, and it's part of the set, so you'll need to use this torpedo if you want to get the set bonus. Now one thing it does say, the kinetic damage increases as torpedo flies. So I know the amount of time that I know that the destructible torpedoes are notoriously slow flying projectiles and are often taken out before they hit the target, but I'd be curious to see by what amount that increases. That could be pretty devastating if it's if it increases by a lot based on how long it's in the air. Maybe like, probably go good with like a high yield. I could see like a high yield build with this. Alright, so that's the torpedo. Let's take a look at the turret and omnidirectional phaser beam here. Alright, so here's the omnidirectional. It's the Trilithium Enhanced Omnidirectional Phaser Beam. Okay, so you have 360 degree phaser damage. Yep. And the proc is going to be firing cycle haste for energy weapons. So I guess for all energy weapons, that's kind of cool. So it does have a chance to proc a firing cycle haste for all your other weapons. So that's actually pretty solid. That's a very, very solid proc on there. That's my anti-proton, so I don't even know if I have a... But the nice thing is, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but the nice thing is I get the feeling that this is finally going to allow phaser users to have two omnidirectional phasers. You'll be able to have this one and then the crafted omnidirectional. So if you take those two and then you also combine it in with the kinetic cutting beam... No, that's the anti-proton. Where's kinetic cutting? Ancient omnidirectional. Oh, did I already have it on my build? Yes, I did. That's right. I was using the two-piece. Throw that in with a kinetic cutting beam. That'd actually be a really good build here on the Avenger. If you want to go with like a forward-firing dual phaser build, you could put all your dual phasers up front, and you could have the new tri-cobalt phaser, the crafted phaser, and then the kinetic cutting beam here in the back. That would be a nice build. I'm really looking forward to trying that out. So that's the final week reward there. And along with that phaser, you do also get an option for a turret, which is also nice. Always good to have a phaser turret that you can get as part of a featured episode. Because especially this featured episode was pretty easy even on Elite, so I think it should be no problem for newer players to complete this and get this set. So this might be a good starter set for newer players. Alright, but let's take a look at anything interesting on this phaser turret. Does it have the same thing? Yeah, it has the same proc. 10% fire cycle haste. Nice. Looks to be a nice little set there. Alright, so let's take the console and check out the... Oh, and then you also get the weekly reward, which is the... you can choose from a spec point or a one of those upgrade tokens, or tech upgrades. Alright, so let's get the details on this console here. Take a look at the set bonuses, and first let's take a look at the stats. So we've got a nice, so it's an EPS console. Nice. So you got some EPS, you get hull restoration and hull capacity. So that's actually not a half bad console. I know as someone, I'm always too poor to afford a high quality, you know, conductive what's the name of the console? The conductive console with the EPS that gives you, those are like 100 million each to get, but this might be a good option to get some decent EPS out of a console for cheap. I don't remember how much the conductive console gives though, as far as the amount, but 53% is not too bad. And I'm curious if that might even scale up as you upgrade. 53, 56. So yeah, it does scale up. Nice. So if you upgraded this to Mark 14 Epic, it might actually go up to a very sizable amount. I'm curious to see how much that goes up, plus the other bonuses do as well. So actually not a bad console. And let's take a look finally at the set bonuses. Alright, so we got a 2-piece and a 3-piece. It's the Trilithium-Laced Weaponry set. So the 2-piece, you got a 5% firing cycle haste. Not bad at all. And a 50% flight speed. Pretty solid 2-piece set bonus, I think. And then the 3-piece, you got your 20 to all damage resistance rating, and then 20 to hull capacity. I mean, it's okay. I would say the 2-piece one is a little bit more interesting though. And actually probably easier to fit into a build too. If you don't want to go with a torpedo, you could just use the omnidirectional and the console, which both seem decent, and you could get the 2-piece set bonus out of it, which is a solid 2-piece set bonus. So yeah, very good rewards here. I'm liking this a lot, with the option for finally an omnidirectional phaser and a you know, a decent set bonus and decent console. The torpedo would probably take a little bit more testing and whatnot to see if it actually ends up being good. I'll leave it to the kinetic community to take a look at that torpedo and test it out. I know destructible torpedoes have a host of issues, so that might hold it back. But with that little gimmick, with the how long it's in the air, you know, how long it's in flight time, increasing the damage, it could be devastating if it scales up quite a bit. So good stuff, guys. So very fun episode and very good rewards. So what can I say? Highly recommend it. Yeah, definitely a must play if you are a TNG fan. And it's very, very appropriate since this is, of course, in 2017, this is the 30th? Yeah, 30th anniversary of TNG. Man, that's making me feel old. I'm feeling really old because, yeah, I actually watched TNG on TV back in the old days when it was new. And it was pretty crazy. I still remember the Best of Both Worlds. We had to wait, you know, a whole year for the second part of that episode, and that was one hell of a cliffhanger to be waiting for a whole year. It makes me feel almost like, you know, cliffhangers in like Game of Thrones, having to wait for the whole season to come out to see what happens. And you know, back in the late 80s, early 90s, that was our Game of Thrones, waiting on a cliffhanger for the next season to come out. But man, that was well worth it. Best of Both Worlds is still, you know, like I said, I think it's one of the best Star Trek episodes in history. I mean, across all the series, it's just awesome. Even on rewatching it now, it's still just an amazing episode. But anyway, enough gushing about TNG. What can I say, guys? Big thumbs up for Beyond the Nexus. Very good featured episode. Enjoyed very much LeVar Burton, hearing his voice again as Geordi. So yeah, check it out, guys. All right, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.